Welcome back to the Done Deal Show, sponsored by our friends at StocksFC. Sign up to your free account now by scanning that QR code on the screen or clicking on the link in our description below. Claim your free stocks, start building your portfolio, and definitely challenge your friends, especially when they give it the big one about the players they think are going to have good seasons. More on StocksFC a little bit later. Some big transfers. We know the Calafiori deal is over the line. Arsenal and Bologna have reached an agreement for Calafiori after a breakthrough was made. 40 million euros plus 5 million of add-ons. And this is, I spoke about it earlier on today, is a absolutely brilliant deal. 37 million pounds in totality. If you just look at the initial fee, it's only 33 million up front. This is phenomenal. For such a brilliant young talent, this is a phenomenal piece of business for Arsenal. It's going to get over the line, but their window is about to kick off. I think, dare I say it, they could be upon the edge of maybe becoming that little bit scarier as well. And I say that because this news has now emerged from Santi that Eddie Nketiah wants to join Marseille after being persuaded by the sporting project. With contract negotiations progressing positively, Marseille have already sent their first offer to Arsenal. And a number of questions have been raised surrounding Arsenal in recent days, weeks and months around why have things taken so long to come to fruition. Pre-season has begun. The Premier League is 4 weeks away. What have Arsenal done to improve their squad? And I understand the questions. For me, one thing that was kind of being ignored by the negative people was the need to sell individuals, the need to balance the books. We praise City for how good they are at selling. We praise Liverpool for how good they are at balancing the books. But when Arsenal want to do it, suddenly there's a problem. Suddenly this is poor management. This is not the way to behave. This is not what a serious club would do. Now, Smith Rowe, whether he goes or stays, I think is on the agenda. Eddie Nketiah is going to raise somewhere between 30 and 50 million pounds, and other exits will happen. This is then when I think you will see Arsenal pick up their pursuits. The likes of Utd, potentially Pedro Neto, that Arsenal have reportedly made their number one priority in those wide attacking areas. Utd, as I mentioned, the number 9 that a lot of Gooners would love to see their club sign. But I think the exits first are essential, and I'll tell you as to why. Now, people have ignored this for many years. We go down that route of just spend what's ever necessary. You can't do that with PSR and the seriousness that the Premier League is putting upon it anymore. You can't do it. You can't just spend what you want willy-nilly, no repercussions, that fragrantly. You can't do it. You have to balance those books. It has to be airtight. Imagine Arsenal win the league or are close to winning the league, but then suffer a point deduction because they break the financial rules. Imagine how frustrating, embarrassing, annoying that would be. Arsenal now with their first major summer signing, cheaper than everybody expected. Eddie Nketiah agreeing to leave. I think we're now about to start to see some real serious business happen at Arsenal as they look to finally clinch that Premier League title under Mikel Arteta. Now, as ever, I want your thoughts, I want your feelings, I want your opinions in the comments section below. Now, you've heard me speak about it many times before. There are title sponsors throughout the course of the summer, and this is StocksFC. This is their website. Go and check it out and trade football player stocks that pay real dividends. You log in or you sign up to an account, claim your free stocks, see who you receive on loan. You can watch games live and see how players perform, collect cash rewards as well. Over 10,000 users and traders now on the platform. When you're in, you can go to the IPO page, and every single week, at least 3 new Premier League players are released for you to invest in. Now, don't just look at the names and go, I don't really rate them, I don't want them. You've only got to go to the top performer page here, and you can see and look at the players like Chris Wood. Okay, 46 cents a token when his IPO was launched. He has made over 2,400% profit for the people that have invested in him. You would expect Kyle Walker, Van Dijk to be on this list. But look at Elanga as well. There are some absolute bargains out there as well for you to look at. And when you go to the all-player page, you can scroll down, and as you can see, you can take a look at who's been losing value in the last 24 hours, who's making grounds and value in the last 24 hours, their current sale and the current purchase price. But for me, my strategy on this is very, very simple. Yes, I want the share price to grow, but you control the share price, because once the shares are sold at IPO level, nobody else can ever buy shares again unless they buy them off of you or the other owners. For me, it's all about the rewards. It's all about, how do I think the players are going to perform? Are they good quality? So I've just invested into Lucas Paqueta. Currently, you can get him for about $1.20. But he pays out rewards at around $1.70 per share you own. So there's big profits to be made in him. Now he's going to be playing next season. So my strategy is more about buying cheap, making money off the rewards. I'm not really focused on the value of the player growing. It's more about the rewards. So go and check it out. It's an amazing concept. It's a brilliant organization. Very well put together and well structured. Start small. Don't invest stupid money until you have worked out a strategy or anything along those lines. But you can scan the QR code and get yourself signed up now. Now, as the Man United fan, we've had some very good signings and links so far this summer. But here you see one of the best so far, that Man United are looking at Martin Zubimendi as a potential midfield option. Now, Ugarte, we know we've agreed personal terms in relation to that deal already, as here confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Now, some will say, can you really have Ugarte and Zubimendi in the same team? Maybe not. They play a similar position, but they do it in a very different way. Watching Man United in pre-season so far, watching United over the last couple of years, having a deep-lying midfield player that can pick that ball up, can play football the way he does, press resistant, maintain possession, filter that ball, move that ball between the lines into dangerous areas in the attack, I think will be hugely important. Ugarte is a different profile of deep-lying sort of defensive midfield player, more about breaking up the play, blood, sweat and tears, being physical, being dogged. And I think that there are times where you need both on the field at the same time. There'll be some matches where you want to be more physical. I would love Manchester United to pursue both of these players. I'd love both to come in. That midfield, then you could see the McTominays and the Casemiros leave, go on to pastures new. You add that to Kobbie Mainoo, you add that to Bruno Fernandes, and you were suddenly looking at a far more balanced, highly competitive, far better technically skilled midfield than that of 12 months ago. And on top of that, and United fans, I need to get your opinions on this. Rivals as well with your Chelsea, Liverpool. I know there's not a lot of business going on at the Liverpools and the Cities right now, but there's also talk here that Rabiot is close to joining Manchester United. He prefers to join them over Liverpool, even though both clubs have tried to sign him. Now, Rabiot is a player that I think he's not fashionable. The hype around him died down a few years ago, but every time you watch him play, he puts in very competent performances. Liverpool are interested. United are looking at him. This would be a free transfer. So from my perspective, Rabiot's not top of my list. Looking at all the players we're heavily linked to in midfield, if we could get Zubimendi and Ugarte, I'd be over the moon. Is there the budget for that, though? I'm not particularly sure. Ugarte is, of course, a really big transfer target of Manchester United, Dan Ashworth and co. Rabiot is there. But the good thing is, just like with our centre-back targets, one of which in Lenny Euro is in, we've still got Branthwaite and De Ligt on that list. We're still trying to negotiate prices on them. The options are really good. I am psyched by what we're looking at. But, of course, I need to get your views. I need to get your opinions. I have to understand where you see this as well. Which of the three would you prefer if you're a Manchester United fan? Rivals, which are the better options in your humble opinion? But if United were to add a Zubimendi, Ugarte, De Ligt, Lenny Euro to Xerxes that's already through the door, how good a summer would you rate that for Manchester United? How much further progression do you believe will be seen on the football pitch alongside those signings and all the other areas of the club that are being worked on right now? I'd love to get your views. I'd love to get your opinions on that. Please make sure the like button is smashed. Please make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace. Check out StocksFC. And until next time, take care. Goodbye, God bless. And I'll see you soon. Peace.